Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered with just the bow. Today, we might be on our final episode. I've defeated all of the DLC bosses and all of the bosses in the main game as far as I know, except for the final boss. The last thing we have to do is head down into the place with the Lordvessel and see what awaits. Nope, he's not going to actually do anything for us, so I'm just going to hop down. Whee! There's thankfully two ways down here. And you don't die. Some kind of magical thing stops you from dying. Alright. So here we are at the Firelink altar. I guess if you talk to Framp, he actually... Oh, he'll actually come down and help you come up and down. So I wonder if that's going to affect my ending at all. Because in my other playthroughs I've done... he's like been there staring at me. Let's offer the souls to the Lordvessel. This is all our work. Killing Nito, Seath. Geez, who are the other two? Oh, the Witch of Islith. And oh, the Four Kings, obviously. Duh. Can't believe I struggled to think of that one. Alright, well, let's rest of this Lordvessel again, now that we have caused it to be a roaring fire, which opens this door. Heads down, kind of like a weird... Like, take note of this a little bit, right? There's like some funky doors with some runes and stuff. So it's like, maybe it says a message on there, or maybe it's an incantation of some kind. And then you traverse through this like weird plane of like ghostly knights walking through, and like you can't see anything. There's nothing out there. You might even be able to walk off. It looks like you can actually. I think you die if you walk off though. But yeah, it's just like a very interesting kind of transitionary zone between these two places, which is like, what the heck is that, right? And then you end up down here in the Kiln of the First Flame. I did it. Me too. Good job. And as you can see down here, it's kind of like ashes and ruins. And there's like a giant, weird looking building there. Some crazy other things like hanging over it. It's like there's lots going on down here. But one thing's obvious is like the way things are burned and melted in this direction. It's almost like there was a swirling flame or something in here. Giant walls to kind of keep it contained. Probably on all sides, yeah. And so yeah, so there's definitely some kind of magical place. They call it the Kiln of the First Flame for a reason. I'm gonna try and experiment with the Gauss Great Bow here and just see if we can have some fun. I did upgrade it to +5 with Twinkling Titanite, so there we go. Get rocked. Boom, get double rocked. Scrub. Oh, he like dodged that one or something. I see your thrust, and I disrespect it. Alright, switch over to the composite bow. Because that's just going to eat all my arrows. I kind of want to use some of them on the boss. See if we can fight him. Titanite chunk. Okay, so this is a place I can come to farm Titanite chunks to upgrade my bows to +15. Because currently I'm only at +10 and 12, I think, on the composite bow and longbow. Oh, and I did level up to 74. I have 30 in vitality, 30 in strength, and 40 in dexterity now, and 18 endurance. I think those are the only stats that really matter for this character. Boom, the headshots. Good old headshots. These guys have a really cool looking greatsword in my opinion. So just the coloring of it I think is really neat. Red Titanite chunk. I think you can get their armor too by just farming on them. I'm not sure though. Not sure. You know what I should do is I should pop a humanity because when you have one humanity, I think it increases your item discovery by like 150, even if it's not like active in terms of you being a human. As long as you just have one there. I think I walked to that the wrong way and I got really lucky because I just about fell down and died. That was really reckless. And I didn't even realize it. And I don't think there's much for items up in here as far as memory serves. Oh, nope. So I just became a complete liar. Oh, I hear something coming though. I hear the footsteps. I'm just gonna run. I saw some red spots of death over there, and I just didn't want any of it. Dark Spirit Warlock has invaded. I feel like that's an actual player, and I'm kind of concerned. If this guy wasn't attacking me right now, I could set up with the great bow and try to protect myself against Warlock. Hopefully they won't just walk up behind me and backstab me while I'm fighting this thing. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're just zooming over here too. They're bloodthirsty. Let's see, can I just... Oh, wrong arrows. Oh, I totally missed. Alright, they're having none of my nonsense. Get the proper arrows out. Let's loot my mob. Ooh, that really hurt. Oh. Oh, that's the Moonlight Greatsword. I didn't even recognize that weapon. Well, that's some PvP for this episode. I guess I might be in a good leveling or a good level range for getting invaded. So you know what? I'm actually gonna make this more fun and become a human again. Alright, let's reverse hollowing. Especially if that person can invade me again. I'd like to rematch. I just didn't know that that was that weapon. Or I would have dodged, but I just saw them like over there like doing an attack animation and I was like, oh sweet. I totally have a chance to attack because they made a mistake, but nope. That was a special move. Alright, well. Let's just farm some more. Talk more about all the Titanite chunks I'm gonna get. Alright, see if we can headshot this guy to open up. It's hard sometimes when it's at like a slight angle. Boom, there we go. Alright, well that was probably not worth all the arrows I put into it. Considering like a regular shot at a regular range does more damage. These guys are... I'm actually gonna hold off before I say anything. Come on. Do one of your moves that you don't combo off of. That's not one of them. There we go. As I was gonna say, these guys are surprisingly easy with the bow. Because you can just deal with all their moves. But obviously, the exception to that are the moves that they combo off of. And he just kept doing that. Trying to bait me into saying it and then comboing me and killing me. Typical enemies. Alright, come on. Bam, there we go. Another Titanite chunk. Hell yeah. I am all about Titanite chunks. Because I have 2 Titanite slabs, so all I need to do is get like 6 chunks or 8 chunks or something like that, and then I can upgrade my bows all the way. Oh my gosh, this is... There we go. I was about to say embarrassing. Finally I hit him. Alright, that's the easy one. Boop. That's one of the ones you can combo off of, but I went forward anyways. That's the easy one. And then sometimes they just like to walk at you. I love the drop rate these guys have on items. I probably didn't need to use the humanity to increase the drop rate because it's already so good, but I don't know. Getting 2 items or 2 different items is always good. Alright. So pull that guy from across the way because he comes charging you pretty early, it seems like. and see if we can't get into some player versus player shenanigans. Alright, well, he's gonna come at me with his shield up, so. Or is he? I seem to be in like the perfect range to make him combo, but not hit me. Oh, there we go. And get the Black Knight Sword and Titanite Chunk again. I think we got both of those last time too. For that awful, terrible person made mincemeat of me. Alright, so we can go over and get this item now. So that Black Knight won't come chasing me over here. Oh, it's a whole Black Knight armor set. That's pretty cool. I forgot that that was there. So you can look like one of those pretty awesome knights from the start of the game if you took them on and fought them throughout the game. Oh yeah, it's like silent up here. There's no more wind. Charmer. Sure. As you can see down there, it's kind of a little bit cooked on the inside. There's some boss fog there. And it's kind of quiet now. And you can see it's basically just like a huge walkway to get over here. Looks like there may have been more to it at some point, but maybe like a pathway actually over here, but it's kind of been destroyed. I don't know, through just one use or multiple uses. Not quite sure, but quite the raging storm passed through here, it seems like. Head on down. And here we have another knight. Let's shoot him in the face. A couple headshots, right on. And this guy has an axe instead of a sword. And he actually has like pretty crazy moves like that one, so be careful. Because these guys with big axes can usually deal like a lot more damage than the sword guys for some reason. Their moves are usually a lot slower, but if they hit you with them, man, it can hurt. A white Titanite chunk there. And I think there's like one or two more. Oh, got a Halberd wielding knight right here. I think this is like one of two places in the game that you can actually get the Black Knight's Halberd. And the other one is like, what is it, the Deep Root Moss or whatever, the wooded area that you can get to from basically the start of the game. There's one of these guys or one similar with the weapon, and he's the only other one in the game that can drop it as far as I know. Didn't get it that time, but apparently it's like one of the best, if not the best, speedrun weapon, because you can just clobber all the enemies really fast. It has good stat requirements, a good range or something like that. Anything over here? Like just a message from somebody. Fatty. Can't fit through. Alright, I gotta give that enough vote. Alright. There you go. Alright, so let's take on the final boss, I guess. To make it an extra challenge, I'm gonna try and do it just with the great bow and see if that works. If it doesn't, then we'll switch back to the other bow, but let's fight Gwyn. What's up, Gwyn? Oh, he didn't like that. Is he gonna give me any quarter? Ooh. Oh, he kind of flies at me. Alright, I don't know if the great bow is gonna work. Come on, let me heal, man. Oof. Ouch. You know, I thought this guy would be pretty easy with the bow, but now considering the way he's just like flying at me every time I'm not on top of him, kind of worried about it. It's pretty aggro. Like, the melee strategy for this guy is often just to like, oops, parry him. And he's not bad if you do that. So maybe I just have to be like in a kind of weird, comfortable melee range with him or something like that. Or I might have to do like no shield parries or something and then shoot him with my bow. Not quite sure. I'm gonna try and hit him with the great arrows off the bat again. This time I think I'm just gonna try and run past all the knights. And yeah, just do that. But, because I wonder if I did hit him with the great bow when he was like trying to fly towards me at the start there, if he wouldn't just get like knocked back and then have to like get up and try and attack me again, and I could just keep chaining knockdowns on him. That would be a fun way to defeat him. We'll see if that happens. If he just like takes a hit but doesn't stagger, then that's probably not going to be a viable way to defeat him considering how aggressive he is. So, we have a few strategies in mind, but yeah, I expected this guy to be complete cheeseball, and I kind of forgot how aggressive he is. He's very like, oh, you're in my territory now, and he just like relentlessly charges at you. This is actually a considerably dangerous spot to be in, because you kind of have to make it past this guy without dying, and also not die to the guys that are chasing you. Alright, that was the hard part. I think this is the pretty easy part. Just be ready to dodge this nonsense. And then this nonsense. The downside to not killing those guys is they can sometimes hit you through the fog here, so I have to be pretty careful. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it. He's pretty aggressive. Get the correct arrows on. And the correct bow on. Timing dodging is... or timing... oh, what the heck? He just like... it's like, yo bro. I'm gonna smack ya. Alright, he went for like a grab attack there. Oh. Man. Alright, well. One of the bosses I thought that was going to be very, very easy turns out to be quite difficult here. I'm honestly having to rethink a lot of things all of a sudden. Alright, you know what? Let's change it up here. We're definitely not going to make that able to work. So let's put my Wanderer gauntlets back on. And also, I'm going to want the stamina regen since I don't need the extra weight anymore. There we go. And we've got the correct arrows on. We have 20 Estus thanks to the super bonfire. Thankfully, it does give you that. You don't have to kindle it. It just happens with all the Lord Souls that you put in there. So yeah, let's just give it another try. Give it a hustle. I love the sound here. It's kind of like it kind of sounds like sand or something, but at the same time it kind of sounds like dirt because it's just ashes. So it's really sounds like you'd be just stomping through ashes. I don't know how they make that sound. It's kind of like a snow without being snow. Alright. And yeah, it shows you that stuff that's been burned has just been absolutely incinerated, turned to complete ash. There's not a single thing left in there that would light on fire. And get through that. And in we go. And maybe if we're lucky, since I'm not using the great bow, I can just pop him with a few shots here. But gotta be careful with him doing his I'm coming at you attacks. Alright, so staying in melee range is just not working at all for me. I'm just gonna try absolutely, like, terrified running away. That's my new approach, is just run the hell away. And see, like, what happens if I just continue to use my stamina to run away. Like, does he give me a chance to do anything a lot, or is it just gonna be more of this, where I just get clobbered? Oh man. Clobbering time. Yep. Well, there's got to be some way to do this. I mean, is there maybe certain attacks that he will use that I can just dodge towards him and just shoot him in the face? I think that's probably going to be my new approach. Since this is probably the fastest bow there is, I'm just going to try and look for opportunities and attacks that he might use in melee range and get really good at dodging them. And then look for opportunities to just trade. Well, not trade, but, you know, dodge and attack. And that'll be the strat. Oof, that was close. Yeah, I do have a Firekeeper soul that I forgot to trade into. So I could do that to power up my Estus if I really need to. But so far we will just stick with how it is. And yeah, because so far it's not so much like I'm running out of Estus or my Estus is causing me to end up in a bad spot. It's like I'm not even really getting drinks off, so getting more Estus is not really going to help me. You know what I'm saying? But what would help me is getting a solid strategy, because I could probably dodge like everything that he could do if I got really good at it, which has been, you know, the strategy for a lot of the bosses so far, is just get really good at the dodging. But the problem is, do I have an opportunity to counterattack? So let's find out if I can make that happen. Oh, he just keeps dodging, alright. Like, see right after that. Yep. That was just nothing. I thought I might have had enough time to drink there, but he says no. So drinking might not be too much of an option unless maybe he does like a jump back. If he like retreats on his own, then that might be an opportunity to drink, because sometimes he just kind of stands there and thinks about it for a second. So welcome to running through Dark Souls, the simulator, where we spend, you know, about 14 seconds at the boss, about 3 times that talking about the ash we're running through. But it is really pretty here though, in like a twisted kind of way. And it's interesting that there's still these knights. And that's one thing that like that I kind of think about with Dark Souls sometimes. Like, I mean, obviously with the lore of a game, some things probably in a lot of situations in like the context of the game can't be explained. Like if you were to play Super Mario and you're like, oh yeah, you know, Mario's out to save the princess, and so he's got to like, you know, adventure through this whole place, and it's like, well, he doesn't have to defeat most of the Goombas and Koopas, but he does in a lot of cases, and a lot of times those things come back. You know, sometimes in certain games, even if you walk off the screen and then come back. So it's like, what does that mean in the context of the Mario world? It's like, not a lot, right? It's just the mechanics of the game. So, but with Dark Souls, it's like, you know, there's a lot of things in the game that match up with the lore or match up with the style of the game. So the one thing that I'm noticing right now in this room is, how the heck are these knights still alive in this? Like, are they just eternal, or is it kind of the undead curse that they had keeping them here? I don't know. There's lots of questions that we'll ask later when I'm not fighting Gwyn. Oh boy. Alright, so we want to dodge that and dodge all those, but we didn't. Ooh. I don't know when to heal. Just gonna go for it. And he gets me. I have more HP, which I don't know how much that matters. He's got so many mix-ups that he can do. It's really hard to... Probably didn't need to go for the double drink, but I did. Like, what's the magical range here? What attacks do I deal with, and which ones do I not deal with? Maybe I'm just being too defensive? I don't know. I think I have to mix in more offense, because he seems to kind of like retreat more and not be so aggressive all the time if I'm attacking a little bit. But, I mean, I'm obviously just still really bad at dodging all of his swings, but he catches me off guard. Like a lot of the bosses, I've kind of gotten used to reading their, lead-ups to things. Like, okay, he's raising his tail or his arm, or he's, looking to the left before he spews extremely dangerous fire. But this guy just literally flicked his wrist and I took a whole ton of damage. And I did not see it coming. Oh, you can walk on this side. Oh, it makes it even more convenient for avoiding that guy. You don't even have to dodge him. Can I walk over this? Nice. Anything over here? No? Oh. I just do that with this guy too? And just be like, I don't want to deal with... Oh, nope. Definitely want to dodge that guy. Alright, well. Shanked. Completely shanked. It had to happen eventually. Learned a thing. Alright, so let's put the hustle to the muscle. Probably fit in like 2 more deaths, I would say. Because I don't know exactly how I'm going to make progress on this. This might be like a bit of a stumper. Here I am like, yep, maybe final episode today. Nope. Unless I get some pretty sweet revelations hitting me here. Have an epiphany about how to defeat this guy. I mean, I think that a potential strategy, if this is just ridiculously impossible, is to consider poison arrows and a strategy to somehow poison them. And then just, be a real chicken and run from them. Aside from that, there might be like a certain type of arrow or type of bow that would deal more damage to him per shot, because this one actually didn't seem to hit him very hard. What the heck was that? Kind of freaked out because I don't know what that was. Oh, what the heck? It's one of those things. Okay, we actually want to kill that thing. Because that's, I think, part of like... They could have a really good item is basically what I'm trying to say. Those things can be kind of rare. I think we ran into one in the catacombs a couple times, but I didn't have the opportunity to, hopefully not die to this, to deal with it. Oh, did it fall off the edge? I think it fell off the edge. Oh, that's a real shame, because it might have had a cool item. Damn. Well, that thing was shooting like crazy attacks at me. Damn, it only had 100 souls, but it might have had something cool. But they're somehow spawned through like lots of players dying in a spot or having experience or an item being left and then like moving through multiple worlds as a pickup but never being found. There's lots of ways for those things to come to existence, but not quite sure what that one was. But it hit me really hard, which makes me think it was probably something valuable. Who knows? Maybe it's been moving for a long time. And maybe it'll continue moving on because it just fell off right there. Maybe that's why it was so strong, is it spawns and attacks people and they're just not in this position to deal with it. And so it falls off the ledge, can never be picked up. Oh, I got video footage. It exists. Alright, let's fight Gwyn again. Like, that's an opportunity for sure. Oh, gotta dodge to the side when he does that one. Alright, that one I seem to be able to do a roll and a shot. That one's really fast. Have to watch out for that one. Oh, that was scary. Oh, got me there. Ooh, that was not worth it. Oh shoot. Can I heal? Probably not. I have to wait for him to go for like one of those random grabs he goes for. I got a bit more health. Ooh, allowed me to survive that screw up. And not that one. Well, it got him to half health. I think we made a lot of progress there, though. I kind of figured out more of a rhythm and like a kind of a more safe positioning to be from him. So I think that's the approach. Just kind of maintain a little bit of a medium distance from him, maybe more to like the tip of his sword arm that he usually goes for, and you know, dodge most of his things. Hope for some good rhythm and good attacks that he'll use. But like when he goes for the grab and when he goes for the that one slower two-handed swing, those are definitely safe times to attack and dodge. The quick sword arm that he does, thankfully at the range that I stay, doesn't seem to hit too hard, so I can kind of take a few of those tickles. Thing to watch out for is taking a big chunk of damage, because then I will need to heal, and if I'm in a position where I have to heal, it's kind of more scary than just being able to be like, okay, you know, I'm at like 50% health, maybe I should kind of wait for the next grab and then just pop a heal when he tries to go for it instead of getting damage in. Alright, so no little critter this time, as far as I can tell. Zoom on up here and let's see. I feel a little bit more confident now, because I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to get any strategy down to deal with this guy, but it seems like I'm finding the windows here. Let's avoid this guy. I like when they do the jump attack because it's got a little bit more of a wind up and it's very telegraphed. Okay, man. You're gonna be like that. Oh, okay. Dodging to the side is actually kind of dangerous with that one. Seems like it's almost better to just wait out for the perfect timing on the forward stab, which is still dangerous. Oh, that was just bad. That was also bad. There we go. Alright. Feeling a little bit more confident. Seems like if you can get him like mid dodge jump too, he also takes extra damage, so this rhythm kind of works out perfectly. But I can't get too comfortable with it. Just because he's doing it a bunch doesn't mean he's always going to do it. Seems like if I do get tagged by that one attack, that kind of works too. Ooh, I took the full brunt of that one. I did it again. Oh man, it's not good. Can I heal? Maybe? Oh. That was risky, but I got away with it. Again, risky, but I lucked out. Sorry, very tense here. Staggered him a little bit. He's kind of derping there, so I just took a shot at him. He's still kind of derping. I'm gonna stop though. He's not just too risky. Alright, do we got this? I don't screw it up. Maybe with an attack that's not busted. Oh, is that the one? Boom. We've defeated Dark Souls with just the bow. Just like that. Boom. Soul of Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Alright. That's the game. There we go. We beat it. Alright, time to quit. Alright, we're done. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's see. Be wary of light. Very good point. So we have a choice now that we've defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight. We could light the old bonfire there, or we could choose to just walk away. And historically, I've always lit the bonfire, but you know what? I don't know. I think we should just walk away. I think we should just walk. No more, I say.
Bless thy safe return.
I am the new Lord.
We are here to serve your highness.
That's right. There's only one flame left. The flame of Dark Souls 2. That must be captured with the bow. Yeah. Alright, Age of Humanity, let's go. Dark Lord achievement on Steam. Sounds pretty good. And there we go, guys. That is 100% of the bosses in Dark Souls Remastered with just the bow. Varying degrees of bow, but no crossbows, no shields, no melee weapons, no magic. Just bows and arrows. What a fun way to play the game. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And honestly, I had never actually beaten all of the DLC before. And I'd never defeated Gwendolyn, the son of the Dark Moon or whatever. So that was a few new experiences for myself. And all new experiences with the bow. That was a lot of fun. Just like Dark Souls 3. Because I did Dark Souls 3 before this one. And it was just an absolute great way to play the game, I think. If you're looking for a challenge, but something that's also kind of just hilarious and cheesy sometimes, then that's the way to do it. I think if I was going to do another playthrough, I'd probably do either an all magic playthrough, because I think that it could be just as challenging in certain situations, if not more challenging, because you're limited by, the amount of spells that you can cast. So, if you miss, it's even more punishing. The stats you might have would be a little bit different. You'd want more offense, and maybe depending on how many spells you could use against a boss, you could take them down pretty fast. So certain stationary bosses might be complete jokes. I'd be interested to see which bosses were a lot easier with magic compared to the bow, and which bosses with the bow were easier versus magic. It depends on the magic used too, and I don't really know for other challenge playthroughs. Like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't really thought about like melee playthroughs because there's so many weapons you can choose, and I don't know if there's like certain playstyles that would make it more exciting or not. But doing magic only would be interesting. You could also do like a bow only boss rush. That would be a little bit different because I kind of took my time and killed everything, looked through all the creatures. I guess if you knew where everything was, you could just run through and grab it, but would you be strong enough or have enough souls and whatever to make it through if you only really focused on taking bosses down? And you wouldn't really want to make any mistakes, because if you run out of arrows, it's going to be harder to farm. Like if you went pure bow only and didn't allow yourself to even kill mobs by punching, then you could actually soft lock a playthrough and just be stuck without arrows. Couldn't do anything. Man, I'm glad it's over. I thought that I was gonna have to do a whole another episode of attempts, and it could be like 2 minutes long if I got it on like the first try or something. But that last boss fight was looking, honestly, really challenging at first. I didn't know what I was gonna do because he was having a lot of attacks that would just surprise me. I didn't see them coming. I wasn't seeing a lot of patterns right off the bat because he was so in my face over and over. And when he's just doing like dash on top of you attacks and you're not comfortable with which ones they are and how to dodge those, and what position you should be in to bait out attacks to learn them, it becomes a little bit stressful. And honestly, getting invaded and running into the weird creature and dealing with those knights, it's like there's a lot of stress going on in the Kiln of the First Flame when you haven't been there in a while. And I think it was kind of affecting my ability to get into the fight and just process information in a calm way. But then we had that one good attempt, and where we got him to 50%, and I just kind of learned a whole lot of information at once about how to deal with him, and that really allowed me to go into the last fight we did there with some real confidence in what I should do. And having 20 Estus is such a good safety net. It's just a matter of if you can get yourself in a position to use them, which thankfully I was able to. And now we load in, and you're like, what? This is the post-game cutscene?
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
And there I am.
This is your fate.
But with all my gear and everything. I really feel like there's some kind of deep understanding of the game or of the world that you can come to just by thinking about the new game cycle. I feel like there's really something deep about Dark Souls to understand, because every game has it, and I think it's always kind of the same way, that you always just defeat the end and then you start and then start again. And I feel like there's something profound there. And one day when I figure it out, I'll talk about it, but my thoughts on that are still stewing. Yeah, you basically pick up the dungeon cell key and start all over. So just for fun, let's go actually fight the Asylum Demon, because I never got to fight that guy the first time. He just was a big bully and I had to run by. I guess I did fight him, but didn't get to fight him like a man. Had to run away and get my bow and then come back and then fight him like a man with a bow. This time I'm just gonna take him on the first time. Alright, guess we already have this bonfire. I don't know if that means anything. Alright. Ooh, you know what? Could we fight this guy with the giant bow? I think that would be more fun. Do we have to use the Halberd ring? I think so. Alright. Come down, Big Daddy. He's actually way up there if you can see him. Oh, okay. I didn't know this guy actually had a jump attack. Oh, I pressed dodge, but I was too slow. Well, I just got my clock cleaned. Alright, let's do that again, because that was just embarrassing. I honestly did not know he had a jump attack though. In my memory, this guy is so silly and easy that you could just, yeah, see, you could see him all the way up there. All the way up there. Alright, let's get my souls. I had a lot. There we go. Take that chunk of damage. Oh man, the recuperation time from doing a shot on this thing is so long. There we go. Alright, I don't know if I'm pressing the dodge button wrong or what. Maybe I'm not having enough stamina to do it. Alright, take my time a bit more. Alright, watch my stamina. Alright, I gotta wait for a little bit before I can dodge again. That's what the key is. Alright, let's go for another shot. Might not be safe, whatever. I'll just take the hit like a boss. Won't take the second hit though. Screw you, man. Boom. Right in the gut again. Boom, dodge that one. Outrange that one. Here we go. Revenge for the first time. Boom. Dragon Slayer. Nah. Guess the Demon Hammer's Great Hammer. Or Demon's Great Hammer. You actually get that in the first playthrough if you can kill him, usually with like black firebombs. But I'll show you. It's a little bit ridiculous. It takes 46 strength to use it, so you know, you're not going to use that for a minute when you first start the game. Anyways, yeah, we're going to call it there. I'm not going to continue the adventure, just because, you know, we're not going to do a New Game Plus Let's Play just yet. Maybe, if ever. But yeah, there we go. That is Dark Souls with the bow. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in another series. Bye for now.